Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And in case you missed it, Super Mario Brothers Wonder, it's officially out. But I figured, we need to go back. Look at Mario through the ages, the most influential game ever. There were times when I was playing Mario as a child where I thought I'd find a mushroom that'd make me taller. It didn't work yet, but the thing is, I just continued playing. And that's why gamers celebrate Mario Day on the 10th of March every year. I later found that mushrooms don't make you taller, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, Grant's here to show us 5 of the most influential Mario Brothers games of all time. So let's go into it, because the thing is, there are so many great ones, including back to, what, 1985?
Yes, okay, well, the first original Mario Brothers came out in 1985, and it was super influential. People don't understand how important that Mario Brothers was.
Yeah.
The fact that there was, some form of a narrative. Miyamoto took over from Nintendo,
yes.
His dad's business. He took over this game division and was more of an artist. He composed all the music on guitar himself. So that dun 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 dun,
yeah.
dun, that's his music, and he just thought and he did it with a guitar. And he also felt like there needed to be more of a story. So the first story, technically narrative in a video game, was Donkey Kong. It was literally rescue the princess from the monkey. But he took it a step further with Mario Brothers, because that was the first time he ever saw Mario. He was just called Plumber back then, but then became a fleshed out story. And even the way that he's designed was a limitation of the time. You had to work with all these tiny pixels and make them look like characteristics, like a dungaree. If there was a t-shirts and shorts, it doesn't look good, it looked weird, but a dungaree made it look like a proper outfit. And then you also got the moustache, made him identifiable. And then also, Bowser...
I'm getting goosebumps. This is just the creative around it. I've always wanted to know why Mario was a plumber. Why is that? But now I realize so that you can be you can be in 2 spaces. You can go down the pipes into an underworld, go rest of the place. It's great, man.
If you ever have the chance, look into Miyamoto, who developed Mario, and the history, and he invented the role-playing game. The role-playing game existed in tabletop, but he also, with Zelda, he believed that, you needed to feel like you're developing and growing in a video game. And, that is common, right? That's common. Yes. But he was the visionary who thought, we need to see that experience. You got to start off, he used to say, you got to start off weak, but then at the end of the game, the things that you struggled with at the beginning become tiny obstacles with you in the future. And those are the kind of implementations
that I can read of Miyamoto. That sounds
I'm pretty sure
profound.
Is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is. I read another book, but it's not the same one.
It's still just as powerful. So 85, we start this journey, and then we go to Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, so Mario Sunshine was also a bright, brand new experience. But for me, it exemplifies how wonderful Mario is. I think the reason Mario is just kind of captured so many generations and so much interest is that, anything can happen. It's just this really happy, full world where there's just you're constantly surprised when you play a Mario game.
Was this on Wii? I don't remember this.
This was on Wii, yeah. I really love the fact that they took that. No, I think this was on N64.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
But yeah, so that was to me what that heart of Mario wasn't Mario Sunshine.
Yeah.
But moving on to the Wii, I think the most influential Mario outside of the original one, and maybe even Super Mario Bros. 3, which is probably the best of them all, is Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
And I remember when that came out, it was on the Wii. The Wii was a really exciting novel console.
Yeah.
But it felt I don't know if you played Sonic the Hedgehog 3D.
Yes.
On Sega Mega Drive.
Yeah, of course.
There was this sense of wow, the world has changed, and it's this really new new experience. And when I saw the trailers when the game was still coming out, I was like, I'm not convinced. Firstly, that this is going to be an interesting Mario. I'm not used to Mario not being a side-scroller, which is...
the side-scrolling thing. I actually got quite confused with this one, because you'd have to jump diagonally, which means that your stick would have to go toward that way as opposed to just going across up and down. So this is
anyway, that was Super Mario Galaxy was a very impressive game for me from that perspective.
And then Super Mario World, can we go to that? In fact, Odyssey. I know there's also Super Mario Odyssey.
Super Mario Odyssey was a very strange game.
Yeah.
Also something that a lot of people, again, when these trailers come out, I'm always confused, but it reintroduced Mario to a brand new generation. I think it was the first Mario that a lot of people played.
Yeah.
It was kind of mixed with this real world setting. So that's why I was really confused. But it also became this wonderful world that you got, that was full of heart, that you
Yes.
got to explore, and in a way that you never really had got to explore Mario before.
Yeah.
And there were so many reasons the way that game looks that it would fail, but it did so well. And then I really enjoyed Super Mario Bros. 3 with
Yes.
with the raccoon tail. But yeah, we've had Mario growing up, the most influential character in entertainment for many, many years, and big close to heart.
It's so beautiful. Super Mario, of course, Wonder is out now. And I know for a fact there's a galaxy of games coming out when it comes to Mario, but also there is indeed something called a galaxy that's going to change your world a bit. And we have to get a little deep dive in. So Grant's going to be joining our gentleman on the couch, just chatting about AI and its development in the smart device. Let's take a look.